Hey y'all, we were invited to a parade. And so we decided to go. We didn't know anything about what to expect, but we needed to get out the house. We had an awesome time. Get your popcorn ready and get ready to have a good time. You got your popcorn yet? Okay, let's get started. I was expecting like a normal, southern parade. We're from the south, and so you just have like a bunch of schools and the bands and stuff, having a good time and playing music. But this parade was really deep. It was put on by the Beast of the Puppet Masters, by the Minneapolis Parks and Recreation, and also by Black Lives Matter, which I was extremely surprised about and also excited about once I found out. Like, there was a lot of thought behind it. Just watching it, I didn't realize it. So this first part you saw, it's called the Southside Battle Train, and what it was is just a collaboration of like engineers, welders, artists, all coming together to create these extravagant interactive art spectacles. I think that was like one of my favorite parts because I love the music and so did Trey. Gets really deep. I mean, extremely deep. Are you ready to go down the rabbit hole with me? I mean, red or blue pill type of stuff. The next part is the ecstatic origins of Africa. The whole premise behind this section was that, all life comes from Africa, and so they represented it by an African tree, and the African tree had a bunch of like birds and animals, but the program talked about the whole intertanglement of all races, of all cultures, and how we all get life from the great African tree. So watch and see. Puppets that you saw are represented by a few people, and I'll put a lot of this information in the description box. So one represents Maya Angelou. She is a famous poet. Another one is represented by a guy named Neger Maran, who is an unknown African ancestor, which I think is like totally cool because I know a lot of people of African descent, especially if you grew up in America. It gets to a point where you track your ancestors, and then it kind of like stops. There's no record because they were property. Another one represents Martin Luther King Jr. Make sure you stay tuned for the next part of the parade called the Tree of Life ceremony. Section 2 is talking about there's this whole big elephant in the room of racism and we just refuse to acknowledge it.
No pictures allowed, no pictures! Restricted area, no pictures!
You know, I got some too on it, man.
Hey, you guys can see them! Hands right, you see them! Have the right to no pictures, you're
So the cages of the elephant represent the extreme bias against people of color, and especially those who identify as black. You know, I'm like getting totally floored by this parade. Like, wow, there's so much meaning into it, right? And then if you look at the wheels of one of the elephant actually has like outlines of like dead people, and what that's supposed to represent is all the people who have fallen at the hands of racism and oppression. How those wheels also represent the people who will predictably, they said this, predictably fall in the future as a result of institutional racism. Next section is on how we rise as, you know, a human culture. And so when it's talking about rising, it's also talking about how like we're just angry, how they're like really angry at institutional racism, and how we must rise and we will rise up to speak on behalf of ourselves. And so you'll see the next part, there's like an elephant that like has this long trumpet, and the trumpet is supposed to signify the alarm that the elephant in the room is giving off, and that, you know, people are crying out, they're yelling, you know, I can't breathe, I can't breathe. Brings it back. I think it's almost like a solution, and it's talking about how black is sacred, and how it represents us all being able to live at ease, you know, being able to ponder where the bird is going, like personally wondering where does the insect go, and being able to actually trust, teaching our children trust, and them being able to trust in institutions. Parade talks about life sprouting and being able to look beneath human culture, to be able to look beneath the skin, to see that we are all intertwined as humans, and in spirit we are all intertwined, and so we must rise up together, we must sprout up together, we must live up together. How cool is that? that you enjoyed it, and I hope that if you are ever in the Minneapolis, St. Paul area around the beginning of May, that you also decide to go visit the May Day Parade. Thank you for watching. Like this video if you have a May Day in your town, and leave a comment and let me know where the May Day Parade was. Also, I want to give a special shout out to all my subscribers, old and new. Thank you for the support. I'm really excited. If you want, you can also check out my last vlog and also my last hair video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.